So there are a couple of very powerful things that I've learned in the past month or so, that I've gained in the past month or so, that I wanted to share with people. And it's about this journey of being human. And most of you would think that what does that mean? I am human. But if you look at the world around you, no one is really human. Everyone is inhuman. For me personally, I was seeing myself that I was getting into a loop of, that I meditate so much. So the next step is enlightenment. But there was a very, very major realization that I had in this previous month, which was that the first step is actually to become human again. And from there, the leap can be taken. Because most of us right now, we are always too focused on the end picture, the end goal, which, if you're into spirituality, is always enlightenment. But we're not even human yet. In fact, we are very, very, very far away from it. And this whole journey of spirituality is actually about becoming human first, recognizing your human side first. We are so inhuman right now, and it's pretty sad. So I wanted to share a few insights that I got into this topic over the past month or so. So it started when I had actually gone for a camp to Osho Nisarga, which is in Dharamshala. And I had gone for a 3-day camp, and it was about emotional rebalancing. So I entered the meditation hall, and I saw this chart that had been drawn out on this board inside, and it had 3 aspects of becoming human. It was written over there that the journey of a human being, and it had 3 aspects in order. So the first one was your relationship with self, with yourself. The second one was your relationship with other people, which would include your close people that are around you, your family, your friends, your colleagues, your people that you're always around, your partner, if you're in a relationship. And then the third aspect is your relationship in the world, right? And it gave me a very major realization, because me personally as well, when you go onto this path of spirituality, meditation, you go so deep inside of yourself that you start forgetting about the people around you, the people in this world. And the major realizations for me were that, this is only the first aspect. Completing this whole journey is about completing in each and every aspect, which are 3. First is with yourself, second is with people that you're close to, and the third is with people just in the everyday world. And it really gave me perspective. It really, really gave me perspective. And I wanted to share it with you people, because all of us go through similar problems and situations in our life, and I think this can really help you guide through your life better. So let's start with the first aspect, which is your relationship with yourself. Now, if you see the pattern of this world, most people actually start from the third aspect. They start from there, their relationship in the world, because it's easier to put a mask on, it's easier to fake it, it's easier to be someone else, because most people don't even know who they are, right? Their core, their roots, which is the relationship with yourself, and then the relationship around people you're close to, is not strong enough. So you can just be whoever you want to be in the outside world. You can put on a mask. So it's the easiest way to go out there. It is also a very, very big reason that people have lost their identities, people have lost themselves, because every new person that you meet outside, you have to put on a new mask. And you do put on a new mask because you deal with them according to how they are, and not according to who you are, right? And that in itself is an indication that you are not being authentic and that you are not being your true self. And this ladder is what I would call it. It's a 3-step ladder, right? The relationship with self, close people, and the world. we are actually climbing it backwards, right? Because it's the most easiest thing to do, because you don't have to face yourself and you don't have to face the people that you're around. And strangely, these two things that are the closest to us, ourselves and the people that are around us, are our biggest fears, are our biggest insecurities, are pretty dangerous to us, is how we perceive them. And I know this is very deep, but we have to go to the root to see what is going on, right? So, what I have noted in the world, right, this also includes myself. I am also a part of this, right? I used to be a part of this before I started my meditation journey. That I was too focused on the outside, making relationships with people that, I've met for the first time. And then, they would respond so well to me. They would, put me on this pedestal. And then, when I would go to the people that are close to me, my family, friends, they would put me down, right? They would only point out mistakes, right? And then you start wondering that, all these people that I meet are putting me on a pedestal. There must be something very special about me. But all that is really happening is your ego is getting boosted, right? So when you go to the people that are close to you, right, and these people that are close to you will see a version that is more authentic of you, right? Because there are three masks that we put on, right? One is for the world, one is for the people that are very close to us, and then one is who we are when we are alone. And none of these masks are really you. None of them are. None of these three. Even the one which you wear when you're alone, even that is not you. Because most of us do not really know our core reality. So I want this video to be a guide for you on the steps that are to be taken on this human journey. Because right now we're literally going backwards. Because we start with the outside world, then we come home and we're all messed up, and then we never actually reach to ourselves. So the first aspect of this is your relationship with self. And you can't really move on to the next two if this is not strong. Right now you're moving backwards. But if you want to move forward in this human journey, right, this is the first step to be taken. So how do you do this? How do you get to know yourself? How do you build your relationship with yourself? Most of us are just avoiding everything right now. Even when we do get time for ourselves, and we do get time for ourselves, it's not like we're with friends all day, it's not like we're with people all day, it's not like we're with the outside world all day. So we do get time for ourselves. All of us do. And most people just make excuses about it, that they do not get the time, right? When I ask people that can you just take out 1 hour to meditate every single day, no one wants to. It's not that they can't, they don't want to take out that time. Because as I mentioned before, the most scariest thing for us is facing ourselves and the people close to us, because they really show us the mirror of who we are right now. They are not afraid, they don't have to make any sort of impression on us, So we are very afraid to face the mirror. And meditation is a very good time to really introspect, go inside, reflect. No one is going to criticize you there. You can simply look at the mirror, understand, recognize everything that has been going on, everything that you have suppressed. And there are ways to do that. Now, most of the people do their own things. People are doing breath work, yoga, many other things, guided meditations, listening to frequencies, and it works, but to a certain extent. It makes you feel a temporary high, it makes you feel a temporary silence. But we want something that's a bit more profound, that's a bit more permanent, that's a bit more deep, and it moves something in you permanently, not just momentarily. Because if it moves something in you momentarily, you will maybe do it once, maybe do it twice, maybe do it the third time, but you won't stick with it because it's not making a big change in you, it's not moving something in you. So personally for me, active meditations have worked a lot, and these are the meditations that Osho has brought into this world, and I would recommend everyone to really research about them, get to know about them, and start doing them. If you really want to work on that first aspect, which is the most important aspect, with yourself. Because we are going around everywhere trying to help everyone, right? Our family, friends, people that we don't even know. But what is missing? Our relationship with self. We are not even grounded in ourselves and we're trying to ground other people. How is it ever going to work? It cannot work. And really what happens is the most magical part is that when you have that relationship with yourself, when you're grounded in yourself, it is so much easier to help other people. And not so even that you have to go and do or say something to them, just your being, just your presence, just the way you are is so peaceful, it's so healing, it's so moving that it creates a shift in the other person. Because even for the most of you who are from my Instagram, and you only see my presence, it's not the words that I speak, because I keep repeating the words every single day, I'm saying the same things. You are only listening because there is something about my presence, my calmness, something that is shifting something inside of you, right? And words can't do it justice. Nothing you say, nothing you do can do anything for anyone. So meditation is the first and the biggest key anyone can use in this lifetime to ground yourself, to make your roots very strong, that literally you're like a tree, thick tree, who is experiencing the greatest winds of life and nothing can move it. We have to get there before we can move on to the second aspect. And this will be really helpful for you because some of you will be on this first aspect, some of you will be really working on yourself, you must be meditating, doing all these things, right? But do not forget that this is not a single player game that we are in, this is a multiplayer game. If this life was only meant for you and only made for you, there would not be other people around, there would not be these situations created, because that is just the first step. Relationship with yourself is just the first step. I have been lost in it because I did not know these other two aspects really mattered. I knew they existed, but I did not know that they mattered, right? Because this whole meditation spirituality journey can really get selfish after a point. You can really start just saying that it's all about my peace and I do not care about you, I do not care about the world, it can go to hell. But that is not how it works. It should go to hell, right? If you are not grounded, because your grounding is the most important. If you're not grounded, nothing is grounded. No one's gonna get grounded. Try as much as you want to, nothing is gonna happen. Right? So this is the first step. Meditation can take you closer to yourself. It can really ground you, root you. So my recommendation, my suggestion is, as soon as possible, if you are in a place right now where you feel lost, where you feel frustrated because your family doesn't listen to you, because your friends don't listen to you, because the world is not listening to you, right? And you are not able to do anything for anyone. And if that is an aspect that you really feel like fulfills you, you first need to really ground yourself. Because in order to do those things, and those are good things to do, it's nothing bad, you really need to be very rooted, because life is such that tomorrow a thing can happen and you will be all over the place. And you can only give what you have. If you're frustrated inside, you can only give frustration. If you're happy inside, you can only give happiness. If you're grounded inside, you can give the other person grounding. some sort of grounding, healing, whatever you want to call it. Then we move on to the second aspect, which is the people around us, the people that are close to us, our friends, family, our close people. And I know people that love their family a lot. Family for them is everything. The close people around them, people that they love, are everything to them. And I know some people that completely are on the opposite side. And I have experienced both ends. I have been on both sides of it. And what I can tell you is that not everyone who is close to you is going to be working on themselves. Not everyone that is close to you is ready, right? What we do is we try to water their plants so that they grow. What you don't realize is you are overwatering, and overwatering is very harmful for the other person, for the plant. It's very, very harmful. As I said to you, the first aspect is the most important. After that, your being starts speaking for itself. You don't really have to do much for anyone, right? This aspect is more about not avoiding your family, being in that situation, whether you are comfortable or if you're not comfortable. Being in that situation, understanding, recognizing, accepting, and only then can we really move on to the third aspect, because it's very easy to go into the world, to meet people that you have no history with. It is very difficult to be with people that you have history with, to accept people that you have history with, to accept people that have given you hurt, to accept people who you've been in very, very tough situations with. But that is the ultimate realization, that that person that hurt me is actually hurt themselves, you know, because everyone has so much stored inside of them, and it's very hard for people to release, express. It's very hard, especially to their close ones, right? So when your being becomes such that you are able to express, you're able to speak out without any judgment, without any without any judgment of a person being good or bad, you will see that something will shift inside of them. The way that they used to talk to you, it will shift. And I'm not just saying this for the sake of it, because most of you will be like, oh, how can I talk to someone that has hurt me and put me through so much trauma? I understand that. Me, myself, and my family, a lot of my family members have put me through a lot of trauma, but I don't look at it that way now. They were not putting me through it on purpose, because which parent wants to give their child trauma? Which child wants to give their parent any trauma? Which friend wants to hurt their friend? It's pretty simple. As I said to you, you can only give what you have. So they only really give what they have, and that's literally what the whole game is about understanding this, that people will only give you what they have. Right now, it's your choice if you want to keep collecting from them and then pass it on to someone else, because this collecting will never stop. The whole world is never going to be healed. People will keep giving you something. Now it is up to you. Do you wanna take out the trash, or do you want to store the trash? If you want to store the trash, it's going to stink. It's going to be very bad. It's going to be very harmful, not just for you, for the people around you. It's going to be contaminated. It's going to contaminate other people, right? So meditation, what the first aspect does is really cleans you. It cleans this trash so that you can have the capacity to see, accept, understand. And all of that does not start with the world. You don't have to understand the world. It starts with first understanding your close people, your family, your close friends, people you have hated in your life. You've been hating them for a long time, people that you've been loving in your life for a long time. All of these people. Because then really you can move into the world. And what happens is that when most of us are walking in reverse from the world to the self, when you walk from the self, to the family, then to the world, you are your most authentic self. Because nothing about you is changing. Only one thing has changed about you is that you know yourself now. You are grounded in yourself now. First, you were not. You were just adapting, becoming, camouflaging to who you are meant to be, how you are going to survive in those situations. Then you just molded yourself in that way. But what is the beauty of these steps is that you're so rooted in your authentic self. Now you can move on to the second aspect, right? Over there, you'll see that being rooted, the power it holds. And then if you can do it around the people that you're close to, you can surely do it in the world, right? If people around you see the beauty, the fragrance of you, right? You will then be confident enough to go into the world and not be scared. You will have wings on you to just completely fly, dominate, right? Dominate not in the sense of over other people, just in terms of your freedom. You'll be completely independent, completely free. Nothing will be able to hold you back in the world. So, right, these are the 3 steps that I have learned in the past few weeks that are necessary for a human journey. And for me, just the biggest realization was that most of us are going backwards. So we have to know the starting point, we have to know the progression of it, right? And I'm not saying do all of these things at once. No. The first aspect, you have to do it completely, be grounded, rooted completely, right? And then we have hope in the second aspect. Otherwise, people will just come and shake you, right? At the beginning, it is important to be selfish. I'm not saying it's not important to be selfish, but in that selfishness, don't lose yourself. That is, it is just me, because that will also just be the ego, right? And working on yourself, we are actually trying to lessen the ego, make it, diminish it, right? And if we're becoming just more and more self-absorbed, selfish, it just indicates that your ego is getting stronger, right? And it's a great way to root yourself and then go into your family setting, try it out there. And even, obviously, we all live with our family, we all live with the people, interact with people that are close to us, right? Just for the moment, for the time being, give more priority to yourself. Take out more time for yourself. If you're spending too much time with family and friends, stop it for a little bit. Spend that time on yourself, with yourself. Learn active meditations. Trust me, there is no better way right now in the world to clear yourself out than active meditations, because it works on all 3 layers of your body, which are the body, mind, and the heart. And we have blockages, major blockages in all 3 of them. And once these blockages are clear, we get to the 4th layer, which is the silence, which is the emptiness, the darkness, the eternity, whatever name you want to call it, consciousness, awareness. And when we operate from that place, when we are grounded in that place, when we get a taste for it, then we can really move through this world without really moving through it. And that is the magic. That is the secret to living life. Because I think I've mentioned it in my previous videos as well, that life is just a very, very rocky place to, be in. It's just going like this and this. So really, and the thing is that this usually happens with the people that are closest to us. The world moves us, and then the people that are close to us move us. But then just understand, if we are completely rooted and grounded in ourselves, no one can do that to us. Not even our closest ones. Trust me. I am coming from experience, and I'm saying this because I'm going through it right now. Right? There are situations going on in my family. It's not affecting me. I can see through it clearly. I can move accordingly. I know what I have to do and what I don't have to do. Very important to know both. It's very important to know both. And then obviously it has helped me only because I was rooted in myself. And that is a journey, that is constant work on yourself. It is not like one day it's going to be like, oh, I'm rooted in myself. Every single day you have to empty out the trash, because the world, unfortunately, that we live in, it's too much information. There's too much stuff for the mind to gather, right? And we have to clear it out. If we don't, then we're going to be in all sorts of trouble. That is why the world is going through a very, very big mental epidemic right now. And it's not going to get better, right? You can recognize this right now. You can look at this right now, realize it right now, and start doing something about yourself. You know, no need to make people around you self-aware, nothing like that. Just yourself. And that will make the difference. That will make the difference in the people around you, close to you, everyone that you ever meet in your path. So yeah, that is all I really wanted to share today, because I think it can really help people guide through their life. People that are working on themselves a lot, it can help them. People that are avoiding themselves, avoiding their families, so engrossed in the world and all the good things that they are feeding you. They don't care about you. They have got nothing to do with you. Everyone is in this game for themselves. Unfortunately, that is how it is right now, right? And unless and until you are not grounded in yourself, you will keep falling in this trap. And people will keep convincing you. They will keep putting you on this pedestal, but you're not. You're not on some pedestal. You're nothing special. None of us are special. We're all the same. We're all, either all of us are extraordinary or all of us are ordinary. No one is more extraordinary and no one is less extraordinary. It does not work that way. All of us are the same. Someone makes you feel that way, that you're something extremely special, I'm sorry, it's nothing like that. And you should really start having a look at yourself, not them, because people, they don't even know they're doing this. That's the thing. People don't even know that they're doing this. They've just been conditioned. They just know everyone is in it for themselves. They're doing it for those reasons. So really, really ground yourself, so no one can just mess with you. As I said, we have to be grounded, rooted like a tree, a big, tall tree, that even the greatest winds of life cannot move us. And those winds include people, situations, everything. So be mindful, be aware, and start working on yourself.